What's up, grinders? WesBlom here, and we are live. I'm about to jump into the event number one. It's the Deep Stack 400k guaranteed, 880 rand buy-in, and yeah, super excited to grind this one out. I've run deep in this one before, so really excited to be bringing you guys a live stream, first of its kind for a South African online poker platform. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Jump in on the comments, and yeah, it's time to go. Just gonna load up the table and get that onto the window capture. Right, we are rocking and rolling, ladies and gents. $28 big blinds and a dream. It's what it's all about. Just getting the layout sorted. Yep, we're just waiting to get Delta in here, so yeah. Feel free to fire any questions to me over the chat. Like I said, first time I'm doing this, first time it's being done in SA. I know a few guys have provided a live stream, so yeah. It's all about bringing fresh new content to poker in South Africa. So hope you guys appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And let's look to find some results. Well, let's look to play well and hold up in our flips and find a result. Right, so first hand we dealt in Jack 4-0 in the cutoff. That's no good. Right, let's have a look, see what's been going on in this tournament so far. Snowman88, I know who you are. 213,000 chips, Mr. Champ, 176,000 chips, Tom Shady, 149,000 chips. I've just jumped in, I've got 20k, which is starting stack. Rock B10, Mr. Brad Moore. Cape Town High Roller Champ, yeah, looking good. Just waiting for the action to come around to us. Yeah, like I said, my first time doing this, guys, so it's going to take a bit of getting used to. So I hope for that not to be too boring, and we get to watch and play some good poker. For those that are interested, the stream is on a 5-minute delay, so yeah, if you are sitting at my table, actually, let me tell these guys that I'm streaming. Hmm, 620, no good. Boom. Right, so I've just let my table know that they are being streamed. So Wow, natural 9. Let's go, baby. Running good. Let me know what you guys think of the studio setup. Yeah, so I've put in quite a bit of work in between the SA Poker Open after working with Abby. That was a real eye-opener in terms of where our content should be heading from a South African standpoint. And then, yeah, we worked on an amazing project. Worked on an amazing project for the Million Rand Grind. Really put out a great story. Shout out to Neckies. I know he's going to be watching. And then, we produced the Million Rand Grind. And then from there, the bug bit. And so we built a studio at home, converted the office, which was a storeroom, converted that into an office. Converted the office into a studio. And this is what we came up with. So a lot of the production is going to be happening in the studio for future YouTube endeavors. So make sure that you follow on the YouTubes and follow on my socials. Everything is at WesBlom Poker. And yeah, we will pursue the content journey. So wow, running good so far. We get to practice our folding, I guess. Yeah, so the summer edition of the South African Online Poker Series, proudly brought to you by Pokerbet, has got 6 events in total. Obviously, with the main event happening on Sunday, 1.25 million rand guaranteed. It's a 2,900 and some change, let's call it 3 grand buy-in. And we then have tomorrow, I think it is. No, tomorrow is the freeze out. No. Big blind, we got Jack 7 suited. Let me just check what's the date here. We are on the 3rd. 3rd, 4th. 4th is the high roller. And that's a 16,500 rand buy-in with a 500,000 rand guarantee. So we have an under the gun open. We can defend here. Just going to check this through. Board pairing king. Went check on the flop. And we'll just check here again. Don't really have any real equity in this hand. No draws. And we'll fold this out. Under the gun should have at least ace high. Should be good there. King 9-0 in the small blind. Right, we have 11 viewers so far. Let's have a look what's going on in the chat streets. High time 669. Let's go, baby. Sean 902. Can you please do 4-color deck? Wow. So, Sean, first time playing on my laptop. Normally on my phone in bed or on the couch. So, not going to happen, buddy. I'm so conditioned to live poker, so cut me a bit of slack. Yeah, and also I'm not wearing my glasses at the moment, so lucky I got this up on the 27-inch so I can see what's going on. But let's we'll ease into the 4-color deck. Yeah, so Yaku, just on that, you guys will be chatting to me live currently. So as you are seeing it, I've got a live chat session going up here on the second screen, and yeah. Johan, yes, there is a 5-minute delay on the stream. So you're welcome to go and find my table on Pokerbet if you are there, and you can cross-reference it against the YouTube. We do have a 5-minute delay. Oh, 3 big blind open. Oh, we've got a dead small blind. Obviously, Fanny Schmeller is taking some liberties. Got a question. Favorite hand? Hard times? Yeah, that would be the one that rakes the chips in. So the winning hand is generally my favorite hand. I do have an affinity to King 10 of clubs. It was the first time I was on a feature table in Cape Town, actually playing for Pokerbet in the club champs. And yeah, managed to flop the nut straight and hold. So yeah, was really the thing that stuck with me. I'm with you. I'm with you. Thanks for that, Hard Times. No, it is both are connected to my. Oh, let's see what's going on there. My bad. There we go. Thanks for the heads up there, Hard Times. Really appreciate it. Wow, the weapons of mass destructions. Pew, 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 pew. We got some bullets. Let's hope to get some action. Fanny Schmeller is a bit of an action player, so I think we're going to open here for 2.2. See if we can get a few customers. The aim of the game here is to hold and at least scoop the pot. Not liking the board pairing fives. However, that does sometimes smash the big blinds range, being little king. So I think we're going to go for a sizing of just or half pot. And let's, yeah, we get it through. First hand we've played, first hand we've won. Let's go! 10-6-0. All right, let's get onto the chats here. Jonathan Hammond, a Pokerbet ambassador, coming through on the chats. Let's go, baby. Yeah, guys, sorry, I did. One of my scenes had a previous test table linked up, so I've fixed that. Thank you, appreciate it. More doors, more whores coming through. Can you adopt me? Sorry, buddy. The Blom family or the Blom gang is full up, and this guy only has daughters. So yeah. Yaku, yeah, thanks for letting me know. I did fix that little glitch that I had on the one scene. Yeah. Jono saying that the ADHD kids need more colors. Actually, yeah. So I originally started playing poker on playing live, and then migrated across over to online. So yeah, I never really got into that whole thing of playing with the 4-color deck. I've tried it once before and it just got confuzzled. So yeah, this old man likes to keep it plain and simple and let the cards do the talking, not the pretty colors of the cards. Yeah, so first time doing a live stream in the studio, first time actually doing content in the studio. Under the lights, yeah, it's pretty hot. So, and don't have really, well, we blacked out the windows, so we can't open the windows. Trying to manage the acoustics, so the doors are closed. So we got a bit of a little sauna going on in here. So yeah, it's we're gonna have to find a result so we can get a little aircon going in the studio. So when we're getting close, deep in the money, just fold. Wes needs an aircon. One of my editors coming through on the chat. Jay, you are a magician. If you guys don't know, I had 2 magicians working with me on the Million Rand Grind, and Joshua and Martin, otherwise known as Neckies to you guys on the Pokerbet streets. Yeah, absolute magicians. Episode 1 to 4 is out. Seeing that we're on a break, let me entertain you a bit. Episode 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are out. We will be doing a live premiere in the break tomorrow, if the schedule allows for it. Yeah. And I would really, really appreciate it if you guys could go like and subscribe, click on that notify button, so when live streams go out or any of my content goes out on YouTube, you guys will be the first to know. Just going to make a quick correction here to some of the lighting. So yeah, let me know what type of tunes you guys like to listen to. What is that? Yeah, so we're just trying to get everything 100% hunky-dory. I don't think it is a light. No, it's not a light. Martin, it's not the lights, it's actually the plug. It's the plug on the floor. I had some assistants setting up the studio. Obviously, getting it to look as beautiful as this and the production quality looking as great as it does. I had Martin come through today and give me a hand, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think it looks pretty sick. And yeah, really, really excited to be working in this space. Okay, let me see if I can get this chat box to work, because it was working earlier. Technology sometimes can be a lot of fun. Well, we've got a little break going on here. We're going to raise it up under the gun. Oh, that's Queen Jack. No, I need to be wearing my glasses. I thought it was Queen Jack of Diamonds. Ah, we get it through from under the gun. Jack 4. Oh, we've had a player rotate off the table, so we managed to skip a big blind. We're just going to fold this out. Way too much action and heat coming from there. Let's see if I can get this chat box showing up on the stream. Yeah, guys, you are not going to convince me to play the 4-color deck. Just ain't happening. Being dealt in, I'm on the button with more trash. 630. Hey Lawrence, yeah, shout out for the messages you sent me earlier in the week. Thanks for the best wishes. I really appreciate it. It's gonna be a long grind ahead of us tonight. Jonathan Hammond coming through asking, clearly this guy's only going to late reg if he's got so many comments coming through. Yeah, the trophies and the white pillow is actually in the man cave on a mantle there. But it's the first thing you see when you walk into my house. So not many people walking around with white pillows. Another 630, baby. Yeah, Yaku, I'm a bit of a EDM person, or fan. So I've got a bit of a deep house mix playing in the background. I'm not sure if that's coming through nicely over the stream. But yeah, I just like something somewhat high energy and mellow. So helps with the brain function for me. So yeah, I'm open to any comments or suggestions, something you guys would like to see on the stream going forward over the next couple of days in the series. So yeah, let me know and we'll see if we can incorporate it. I have got, I'll get that up at the late registration break. I've got a promo code from Pokerbet that will, if you're not a registered user at the moment, that you are able to use and get some free play from them in the casino side. Yeah, also let me know what you guys think. I don't know if you guys have noticed, we've got 2 camera angles running. Waiting for the last bit of the gear that wasn't delivered. Took its time. So that will be giving us a 3rd angle, and that will be coming out from behind us. So you can have a look at the studio as well during the stream. Man, it's getting warm under these lights. Definitely going to need to win this tournament so I can get an aircon going in the studio. Tried running a fan earlier just to cool it down, but the audio equipment we've got in here is way too sensitive. So yeah, it just picks up the white noise, which baby Rosie is used to sleeping to. So that might just put me to sleep and put the rest of you to sleep here. On 7 of clubs in the big blind, something defendable. We got a limp by the little king on the button. Obviously, that tactic's used when you're short and looking to see flops. From me personally, I'll rather look at putting pressure on from the button. I do have a couple of notes on Little King that he will limp monster hands. So decent flop for me. Hits my range here. I think we're going to check this one through, and I think he's going to put on quite a bit of pressure. Oh, we get a free card. So knowing that I've played with Little King quite a bit, I'm going to take the check here, and seeing that we're out of position, we're going to pot control this one. Yeah, so if he has got over pairs to the board and I raise there on the turn, donk led on the turn, there's a possibility that I'm facing a 3-bet. So this allows me to rather pot control and bink. We river the straight, but it does complete the flush. So we need to proceed with some caution here. Again, I'm going to elect for pot control. There is a potential for 9-10 for higher straights. We don't have the absolute nuts, but we'll take it. Let's go! Potentially did lose a bit of value there, but like I said, 9-10 made a better straight. The flush came in on the river, so we don't have the absolute nuts, but sitting probably after all the flushes, we've got the second nut straight. So always, I like to play the game while I'm in the hand. We're going to limp this one in. So I always teach my students is while you're in a hand is you play a game to yourself, what is the nuts? Dominica putting a bit of pressure onto my limp here. We're going to fold this one out. I know, I'm such a nit. Yeah, guys, keep the comments coming in on the chat. Really grateful that I get an opportunity to do share what I love with the rest of the world, and with the poker community in South Africa. So let's try and get those views up, and yeah, share it with your buddies. If you guys think I'm a real dork, you can sit and laugh or just enjoy the content that's coming out. We're going to fold that out. Right, let's check what's going on. If you guys want to see the comments, obviously you can just expand your comments on YouTube and that'll pull up the comments section that I'm looking at. Yeah, thanks, Lawrence. Thanks for the comment on the music. So you guys can hear that coming through. Obviously need to try and keep a nice balance between my sexy voice and the tunes I like to listen to while I'm jamming. As we start running deeper and deeper in tournaments, I generally up the intensity of the music. Just helps me focus and zone in. Yeah, thanks for the comment there, PT. I don't have my glasses on. Geez, PKTAA. Yeah, this is actually a YouTube music stream that I'm busy playing at the moment. So, and I am subscribed. So, all fully licensed. Yes, I'm that guy that pays for premium YouTube. Oh, sorry that the poker hasn't been as exciting as I would have liked it to be. We got a new player to our table. So quite a while ago, a couple of hands ago, Kato 9 had cycled through to our table. I've got position on him or her. And Ritsuo has cycled onto the table. Question of how many players are registered. Let's have a look-see. just fold the action here quickly and I'll get that info for you. Man, I really need to get... really can't wear contact lenses. So we have 111 players have entered. 111 players entered. Been 187 rebars, 168 total entries. Queen 3 of diamonds, UTG. Just going to stay balanced a bit here. No good. Yeah, just a shout out to Pokerbet for approving me to be able to stream this. It's always the right thing to do to check with the operator if it is okay. So I reached out to them earlier this week and got it okayed with them. So yeah, shout out to the DK and Sean and Ryan. Puppy! Looking for a bit of action here. Let's see what comes of it. Yeah, so I really haven't seen anybody put out any streams of sorts. We just get back to the action here, sorry. Check this out. Turn does complete a flush. We have a gut shot and only an 8-hour redraw to the flush. 4 big blinds. No thank you. We're out of here. Yeah, Yaku, I will try and get that sorted out in the break. With regards to the chat box, it got a nice gap there. It just didn't load for some reason. So I think there was a issue between the streaming platform and YouTube. But at the add-on break, I will get that sorted for you guys. Not an issue. Right, we got a juicy hand here. Ace King of Spades in the small blind. There's been a limp under the gun. If my memory serves me right, JC is Jonathan Chetty. I'm going to look to juice up the pot here. So if he has limp trapped under the gun, look, it's a hand we're very happy to get it in with. And spin for all the marbles. We get a caller. So typically players have a tendency to rather check this through. I'm going to go for a 30% and 30% range bet. That's repping all my overpairs and my semi bluffs. Not something I particularly wanted to see. Still got half a starting stack. I'm gonna have to credit JC here for limping an overpair to the board. Pocket nines, pocket tens, somewhere around there. We're gonna retire this one and look to fight another day. I am gonna, oh, bluffing. I'm gonna dump some more chips on there. Nice hand, JC. Good bluff, sir. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just let him know that was a good play. I gave him more credit than credit was due. And yeah, so I've just told him to go check out my hand on the stream. Mordos, thank you very much. Mordos saying he's going to stack me when I'm on the stream with him. Well, buddy, you're going to have to, unfortunately, come out the closet here and let me know what your alias is. So something really, really cool, which this thing's been hiding in my pocket. Dave Ralph, if you're watching, this one's for you, buddy. Yeah, I'm always in trouble with the TDs when it comes to vaping. And yeah, it's like the word of the voice of God coming over the PA system. No vaping in the venue. Look, I do get it, but yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Become a bit of a magician at vaping at the poker table sometimes. Baby shoes. So trick question for the guys out there watching the stream. What are the odds of a card higher than a 2 hitting the flop? Let me know what's the answer. Look, ultimately we are looking to set mine here. Also, we haven't really been that active on the table. We have a 2-half flush draw. Do we punt it? That is the question. Monotone flops generally go check, check. We're going to look to put out a small bet. Yep, we get it through. Another one for the scoreboard. Let's go. Yeah, pretty sick about that ace-king hand. Would have, wow, we're getting rewarded here. It's not the Shaka Zulus, but it is 2 red pretty kings. We're going to open for 2.2 bigs. See if we get a bit of action. Typically, when I've got kings, somebody has aces. Well, let's see if Spankit can give us a bit of action with these 2 beautiful red kings. We get a call. Again, a monotone flop. We have overpair to the board. We do have the king of diamonds for the redraw for the second nut flush. And I'm going to size up here slightly, and we're going to go half pot. Eights would be a brick in terms of my hand. However, the big blind could have 6, 7, which completes the straight on the turn. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go for the baby. Max pressure. Big blind should not, in theory, be donk leading here unless they have the nuts and looking to get money into the pot. Yep, we get it through. Jack 4. Oh, what's a Jack 4? Changing tires. A bit of dad humor there. More doors. Yeah, just on your comment around stacking me, if you are at my table, throw a little emoji at me on the platform. Just doing a bit of admin here, guys. Again, thank you for all the support, guys. I really appreciate you. We've had 38 views so far. It's still early days, but every single day, we just look to be 1% better. So natural 9. Jonathan, I think your comments around 1 round penalty, that would be for the vaping at the table. But hey, we're in my house now. My rules, baby. Next break for the tournament is 26 minutes, and I think that will be the late reg break. We are sitting in the middle of the pack, 57 out of 109, 176 entries into the event so far. Only 109 still running in the field. Snowman 88 still leading the charge as chip leader. And we have some real crushers in the field. Shout out to my buddy Yaku sitting in 13th place. Let's go, grinders. Six-four of clubs in the big blind. Depending on the action, it could be defendable. Ultimately, you want to look at defending your suited one gappers and any suited combos. You want to stay away from the trashy hands, but yeah, some people out there, they will defend their big blind come hell or high water. Rocky Raccoon on Jed, I see you, boy. I see you. There's no ante in play from a big blind perspective, so yeah, no need to get involved, out of position. Obviously, you've got to look to flop well with 6-4 suited. We now pick up Ace-10-0 in the small blind. Definitely a ISO 3-bet hand out of the small blind. Good for a steal. Shout out to Mandela Fish. What's up, buddy? He's just joined our table. We're going to raise those two bigs. We flop middle pair with a backdoor flush draw and a redraw to the straight. Backdoor straight. It needs to go perfect. We're going to go half pot here. We get it through. Pocket eights on the button. Two bigs by Little King. So we could 3-bet here in position, or we could just flat. Like I said, Little King does like to, he hasn't been that active. So playing a lot tighter. Yeah, so if they, wow, so yeah. And just the flat call, very, very interesting. So that typically is a sign of a lot of strength. So could be flatting aces, kings, maybe queens. We're going to bow out of this one and let these guys fight it out. Who do you think is going to take it down? Wow. Dominica, yeah, going for the squeeze. Little King slapping him around with a bit of fish. fold this one out. Let's check what's going on the chat. Ooh, Mkumalook Sticks. If I got your name right, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, let's go, baby. Thanks for the shout out there. Hey Sam, Sam jumping in on the chat here. Shout out to you, buddy. Thanks for exiting me out of the 10K earlier today. That means I had to put money in to play this one. Yeah, and just to your point, on the Kumalooka 6, yeah, just looking to always try and be a pioneer. I know streams have been out there for a long time internationally, but yeah, just really happy to put myself out there and deliver some great content again as I plan to for the rest of my poker journey. So you're never too old, 42 years young, never too old to try something new. And yeah, I really enjoy, I love poker, and if I get to share that with you guys and take you along on my journey, this is probably the easiest way to share real-time what's happening with me while playing poker. We will be putting out more docu-series, some solo vlogs, and then there is quite a bit of a shake-up that will be happening for my YouTube channel. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe at WesBlom Poker, where you're watching the stream live right now, and stay tuned or click on that notify on the subscribe side so you stay up to date with what's happening in the world of WesBlom. Really cool things that we are busy building for next year, and I'm super excited. Mark Freeman coming through on the chat, asking, do I prefer the BB big blind view? So as you can see, my stack size is showing 26.7 big blinds, which is an effective stack of 53,000 chips. Yeah, look, when you start learning or going through the education cycle from a poker perspective, a lot of the training material and stuff always looks at big blinds. When you're looking at pot size and pot size percentage bets, etc., it's a lot easier to work out 30% of a 10 big blind pot versus 30% of a 1.75 million chip pot. But when we are in the live streets, or IRL as I like to call it, shout out to Ricky and his crew. They always get cracked up when I say that. Yeah, you got to be switched on there. So it's always around understanding what's in the pots, etc., like that. Being online, it's readily available in terms of being displayed. So I've just been conditioned to the big blind model. Yeah, Sam, thanks for the kind words there. Yeah, it's I'm really impressed with the setup. It's only going to get better. So yeah, there's a good couple of things that we're looking to put into the studio, but other than that, if you guys had to design a studio, what would you be putting in there? Obviously, the grind, WesBlom Poker stuff needs to go in there. I got a few mirror cards on the wall behind me. Obviously, over my left shoulder, this one. Sorry, the camera's in reverse there. I've got some acoustic dampening cards. It's the 4 aces in the deck. And yeah, we're slowly building it up. You can see over my right shoulder, we have the Ace of Spades, the prettiest card in the deck. Didn't see Queen 4. Oh, wow. Backdoor flush. Ran a bit of variance and got lucky. Big up to Cato. So yeah, somebody was asking me about my favorite hand. This is not quite it, but yeah, King 10. King 10 of clubs is super, super pretty for me. So we see the same pattern recurring here again with JC, limping under the gun, where I had Ace King previously, Ace King of Spades, and then he went for a 3-bet jam bluff with Queen Jack O. So this time, let's see if we can catch him out. Could also be looking to stay balanced. We hit top with the average kicker. Board is pairing fives. So on a paired board, typically there's less cards for your opponents to hit. So we've hit top with middle kicker. Let's see what Kato does. Yeah, he's going to come out leading in position. Again, we are out of position here, so just jumping into my coaching thinking. We want to control this, so we're going to just flat call here. And let's see what the turn brings. Look, the 5 could hit the big blinds range. And let's see what JC's going to do. So we are going to check again. Look, we are dominated by King Jack, King Queen, Ace King, but highly unlikely that Kato has Ace King on the button and just limping in after the under the gun limp. Here we have to go for value, and we're going to go thin value. Kato could also check his entire range on the turn. We get it through. Let's go. See what's going up on the chats here. We're going to fold this out on the button. Mandela Fish, I see you. Let's see what's going on. On the chats. So yeah, guys are engaging nicely with each other there. Yeah, Yaki, I agree with you. Playing 20s online in BBs, it just helps cement the conditioning you get through your coaching or through whatever education training that you go through from a poker perspective, because they are all operating in big blind mode. Yeah, and BBs are life, pretty much. You look at what your threshold is in terms of your push-shove blind ratios, and it's not always about how many chips you got, it's how many rotations you have left in your stack. Little King opening 2 bigs off a 9.6 big blind stack under the gun. I think we're going to let this one go. I think he has a really strong holding here. Mr. Cowley coming in on the chats. What is BB? Brunavane Baby. That's what BB stands for. Brunavane Baby. King 3-0 in the hijack. So I was chatting too much to you guys there. I want to see what the play out of that hand was. So you're not going to see this on my stream. I do like to go back and look at action and see how things played out. Gives you a bit of information on how players are playing. Okay. King Jack O in the low jack. So I'm always scanning the table, looking at stack depths, and we are running into quite a few short stacks in position. So on the button, as well as the small blind and the big blind, and yeah, as I predicted, the money goes in the middle. So no point getting involved with what in this position would be deemed as marginal. So payouts on this tournament structure is a guaranteed 400,000 Rand with the number of entries at the moment, 25.5% of the payouts going through to the winner. That's a cool 102,000 Rand. In terms of money generated at the moment, we still haven't met the guarantee, but I think this is going to get smashed. We've had 179 entries into the tournament, 99 players left. We are sitting middle of the field, 52. So nothing to be worried about yet. I'm going to fold this out from under the gun. Just having a look at the leaderboard here. Tom Shady taking top place away from Snowman 88. Shout out there to you, Doc. Then followed by Ginger N and Black Waters. All sitting Bad Reg, rounding up in 6th place there. It is really, really cooking in the studio at the moment. Not because we're playing well, but because it is hot under these lights, baby. So really looking forward to the add-on break where I can go and pump the fan in here and go stand in front of the aircon. Daddy needs an aircon for the studio. So yeah, let's hope we find the results in this event. We got 18 concurrent viewers. We've had 55 views on the stream. Thank you guys so much for the love. Really appreciate it. we're only looking at getting better and better and better at the content that we provide. So much appreciated. And we've got a long, well, what's long for an online series, leading all the way up to Sunday, the penultimate main event, 1.25 million rand guaranteed, 3,000 rand buy-in, loads of free rolls underway that you can secure your way into a step satellite or a phase satellite. So if you don't have the bankroll, you can always find a way. Get onto Pokerbet, pokerbet.co.za, and yeah, sign up, use the promo code WesBlom Poker if you're not a current subscriber or user on Pokerbet, and you'll get some free play in the casino. Huh. Has the chatbot come alive? Very, very interesting. Yaku asking me a super technical question here, but there's a lot of action happening here in front of me. So we're going to click the fold button on this, and we're going to dive into the question here. Does your big blind, does your shove amount depend on where in the tournament you are, or do you shove certain ranges on a certain big blind number regardless? Mike Tyler Circa also coming through in the chat. Well, look, if we short and it's during the rebuy period, Yaku, to answer your question, we're going to look to spin. So you're looking for a hand with decent amount of equity. Depending on your stack depth, if there's been no action, you've still got some fold equity from 5 big blinds and up. So for me, 6 big blinds is the new 10 bigs. But if we are heading towards the bubble, you wanting to be jamming slightly tighter. Well, it also depends on the traffic that you've got to your left. So if you have short stacks to your left and you are middling stack around anywhere between 7 to 12 big blinds, and they are sitting between 5 and 8 big blinds, you can put a lot of pressure with your stack. If you've got the big stack sitting to your left or on your button, his big blind, no need to tango there. You want to be shoving a lot tighter. If you've got 10 big blinds, you still have at least 2 race first ins, and you can fold out after the flop unless there's been pressure that's been put back. Mark Taylor also coming through on the chats, one of the OG team members of Team Grind when we competed at the High Roller 6 Max shootout in August, I think it was. Really cool to have him on the team. Unfortunately, couldn't make it for the last SA Poker Open 6 Max team event. But yeah, Mark, we look forward to getting you back on the roster, boy. Oh, we missed that action. Let's have a look. See, JC Busto from the tournament. Pocket 2s into ace 4. What was the action? I think it was all in pre. Yep. Baby shoes didn't hold. Again, the pretty king 10, but not suited. Mandela Fish opening to effectively 2.2 bigs or half pot. We can use King 10-0 with its blocker capabilities on the king as a 3-bet bluff candidate. But I got a funny feeling Jaren's opening really tight here, so we're going to fold this out. Yep. Looks like Yaku coming in on the chat saying that he got golf 9. Yaku was cruising in the top 10 of chips. Took a bit of a beat and down to 108,000 chips. Giving him at least 46 big blinds. Yaku, you still got plenty chips, buddy. Keep fighting, keep grinding it. Also an OG Team Grind member. So let's go, baby. Keep grinding. Let's go. We're looking at ace 9-0. Kato opening to 3 bigs. When he has chips, seems to be pretty standard operating procedure for him. And then just becomes relentless regardless of his position on the table. We're going to let this one go. There's only 2.55 big blinds in the small blind with little king. And Kato has not missed it at all yet. So we're going to let that go. Yaku Muton becoming our top fan on the chat. I know it's still early days, guys. Let's play a little game for the rest of the live stream. Can you dethrone Yaku Muton from the top fans in the chat? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Put a little bounty on there. Come on. Let's go, baby. Sean 902 sitting in second, but Yaku steaming ahead as the top fan. Woo! Okay, we've reached the add-on break, guys. No, not the add-on break. How many levels are they sweating us for this? Let's have a look at structure quickly. Info, late registration, end of level 16. I think we've got 2 minutes left of this level. I'm going to jump out the room very quickly and get some fresh air. It is hot in here, baby. Thanks again for everybody that's joined onto the live stream. I really, really do appreciate it. Means a lot. I just want to bring some really cool content and do something different for the poker community in South Africa. Let's go, baby. back in the action. Ace 3 of spades. Another gun +1. We're going to let this one go. Shout out to the guys who are jamming the tournament at the moment. Hope you guys had a good break. Let's get that music down a little. Right, let's see what we got going on in the chat here, guys. Lawrence, just give it a go. You got nothing to lose. It's literally a free roll, buddy. Get into those free rolls on Pokerbet and see if you can get your way into the series. Yaku agreeing with, we would have turned the nut flush. But yeah, way too much traffic from Under the Gun +2. I know it's a bit tight, but hey, we had to play good poker. Just going back to Yaku's comment around agreeing 6 big blinds is still playable. I used to get nervous at 15 big blinds, but it's plenty when we are deep and when we are late. Yeah, Yaku, if you can't play with 15 big blinds, buddy, get over to the boot camp run by WesBlom Poker. It's my stream. I'm allowed to punt it. Just get on the topic of the boot camp and the coaching. I do have slots that I have come available. Well, we've run through my coaching schedule with my one-on-one clients who predominantly play live. So if you are interested in getting coached by yours truly, reach out to me on Instagram or whichever platform, and feel free to get in touch with me about the coaching. We will be running another boot camp late January, early February, but some cool things that will be coming out is I am busy working on converting the boot camp to a online platform. So that should be out by March, April next year. It's a lot of work that's going to go into it, recording, and then we will have a cohort or a Discord group that we will run weekly sessions on. So if that interests you and you're not in Johannesburg and want to get involved in working with me and coaching you, shout out to me. Let's get working together. It's, in the SA Poker Open, between 4 of my students, they accumulated just under 800,000 Rand in earnings. Maybe I should have let them do the R1 million grind. But super stoked for them. One of my students also plays online on Pokerbet and had a phenomenal Sunday session 2 or 3 weeks ago. First in the 200k and third in the 400k. So shout out to On Tilt 11. Let's go, baby. Robert Kali asking me, what does he do now that he's at my table? Rob, first things first, you're not at my table, buddy. So second, the stream is on a 5-minute delay. So don't stress. Unless you are under another alias, Alpha OG, I don't see you, baby. Robert, are we going to do this again? The last time I made you log into Pokerbet so I could get your real alias. I don't think you know our candy, brother. Maybe when we're out at the wine farms drinking wine together, you become a bit of eye candy. I doubt. I call your bluff here, bud. You're not eye candy. Right, did the add-on. We have a break. Add-on break is another 3 minutes. I am going to top up on some fluids and just get this room cool. So I'm going to leave you with some tunes and I will be back. We're back, baby. We're back. We are back. In the big blind, we're in the freeze out now, so no more chances, no more bullets. Wow, sorry guys, a bit of a click there on the mic button and muted myself accidentally. Getting used to the new tech that came in today, so my bad. Our current position in the tournament is 76th out of 122, 213 total entries into this event. Yeah, Pokerbet kicking off their summer series, South African online poker series with a bang, smashing the guarantee, 122,000 Rand over the guarantee. Well done, guys. We're going to open the Ace-5 suited here. GTO approved. We've got some new players to our table. Sika 1 joining our table in position to us. Waiting for Spankit to decide on his action. We should see Mandela Fish. Ooh, we flop the baby. I'm going to continue, but I'm going to continue small for 1.5 big blinds. Not 11.5. 1.5 big blinds. Into 5.5. Our options there were check or go small. We're looking to get some value. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. With the sound, fat finger touched the mute button on the mic. It's brand new, literally came out the box today, so super sensitive. Getting a lot of gears from my buddies. Circa coming on the WhatsApp direct chats to the grinder and telling me he's cancelling his subscription because of the sound. Nice little needle there, buddy. Right, so Sika, 141 big blinds, limping under the gun +1. Kato, super active player, raising it up to 3. I think we're going to make the call here. Not a great flop for under the gun +1. But as it would have it, Kato being relentless again, out of position. We got to give him credit for a hand here. Or at least ace high, which is beating our king high. We're going to fold this one out. And look to fight another day. Yeah, so since we jumped onto the stream, what have we been running for here? Hour and 40 minutes. Not much action other than the king's hand. Aces got no action. Haven't really had any big pots to play, so which has left us a bit short. Considering chip leader is at our table. With 140 big blinds. Sika is the current tournament chip leader. Yeah, guys, yeah, shot. I do know I muted myself. Sorry about that. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. We have the chip leader of the tournament rotated to our table. He has 382,000 in chips. We have 80,000. Fold around to us on the button. We can open here for two bigs. King 4 suited. Yep, just as I suspected. Big stack, putting big pressure. Gonna let this go. We're gonna look for some additional music to play here. Yep, we're definitely going to have to find a spot here to start accumulating some chips. We're not the shortest at the table, but when we hit the 20 big blind mark, that's generally, we're generally going to tighten up in our range, especially early position, and look at putting pressure in a later position. So middling stack can still do some damage. But yeah, we got our work cut out for us. So, but not afraid to grind it out. So hunker down, guys. Hunker down, those that are on the stream, and yeah, we're gonna hunker it down and we're gonna grind it out. Ace 9-0 in the hijack. Ideally, we want to play here rather suited. Flops better. We have a lot of traffic in terms of stack sizes. We're going to let this one go. Yes, I know it's tight, but we are playing tournament poker, ladies and gents. We are not here to gamble. We're looking for results so we can afford an aircon. $18 current viewers, 78 total views. Let's have a look, see who's our top fan. Still taking up number one spot is Yakumutan, followed by Sean and Mr. Robert Cowley, closing that gap, looking to try and dethrone Yaku as the top fan in the chat. Yeah. It's getting to the witching hour. You can see this running really, really late. Probably around 2:33 a.m. for the finish, depending on how tight the final table is and how deep the final table is. Yeah. Oh, yes. Looking at the payout structures, don't forget, cash all 6 events and win a package to the Aussie Millions with Team Pokerbet. I was fortunate enough to win a Vegas package last year. Yes, last year. I went with the crew through to Vegas. First time in Vegas, first time at the World Series. What an experience. Darren and the team really, really treat the guys. So make sure you are grinding out all 6 events and looking to get to the Aussie Millions. That's coming back after quite a long stint of not being operational. So I foresee that going to be pumping. Just getting back to the action. We have King Queen suited under the gun. We open for 2 bigs and we have 2 callers. 3 callers, 4 callers. We flop top with second best kicker with a possible flush draw for the spades. 11 BBs in the middle. I've got 15. I'm not looking for too much resistance here. I'm going to go half pot just to take it down. I'm happy with what's in the pot. Let's go. Let's go. Sized up slightly there instead of your standard small bet on that flop, but looking for protection against the potential flush draw. If somebody out of the big blind managed to flop 2 pairs on the 2-pair combo, king 2, king 5, 2, 5. I know if Chad Millman was in their hand and I see 2, 5 on the flop, I'm running for the hills. 5 deuce, don't lose. Much needed 11 big blinds into the stack, so I'm super happy with that. We rotated now into the big blind. I'm going to fold this one out. Got to stay hydrated. Got to keep the brain lubricated. Yaku coming through on the chat saying he just busted in real time. No, not playing 5. 5 deuce, don't lose unless your name is Chad Mullies. Yaku, I don't see you busted, buddy. Sorry, just browsing through the player list. Yaku. Got my attention there. Clearly the wine or the brun is kicking in. Boys got jokes. Looking for some good tunes, looking for some good tunes. Chill Mix, Deep Feelings. Not my kind of vibe. Queen 6 of Diamonds in the cutoff. I'm going to go back to the original. I'm going to fold this one out. Our original playlist that we had going. I'm a bit of a stickler to listen to the same type of music over and over. So, who's your money on to take down the event one, the deep stack? Some serious contenders. Shout out to the young gun, Troy Bolton, sitting in 6th place with a hefty stack of 307,000 chips. That boy can play. Also, an original founding member of Team Grinders. So, it was really cool to have him come all the way from Vegas and join the team. As we battled it out in that 6-max shootout tournament team event at Monte Casino back in August. Any other notable players? Jed rounding up the top 10. Golf 9 got chips as always. My producer and director, Nekis, shout out to Martin, 28th in chips, buddy. Let's go, baby. Come on, baby. Greg coming out, Greg Block coming out in the chat. Yeah, we are hunkering down, Greg. We are going to grind this one through for a result, buddy. 67th out of 87 players left out of a field of 213 entries. I'm sitting 67, 19 big blinds, total chips, 95,000 K in chips, and our blind levels are 2.5, 5,000. So yeah, just under 20 big blinds. Still got plenty to play, plenty time. Patience is the name of the game. I know in online poker, slightly more difficult because the blind levels are a lot faster. So you got to look for some action. Spankit puts it in with 9-2 of diamonds against ace-9. Sycophant's a 9 and has a way better kicker. King 4 clubs, UTG, no good for me. I'm out of here. We've had a total of 87 views of the stream. Super happy with that, guys. We obviously want to try and get that up over the 100 mark. So get your mom to watch, get your wife to watch next to you, whatever the case may be. Share it with the world. I'm just really excited that I get the opportunity. Shout out to the guys at Pokerbet for letting me do the stream. Really appreciate it. I think it's a good collaboration from a poker content perspective. And then obviously, best online poker sites there is available to us players. Oh, this chair is really killing my ass. Might need to buy a new chair, and it is new. King 2 of diamonds in the big blind, 3 big blind open. Typically sizing for a medium pair, button completing. I'm out here, out of position. Ivan coming in, the fat bird coming in on the chat. Let's go, Wes. Let's go, baby. Yeah. We got our work cut out, but let's go. I'll get rid of this one. Yeah, so obviously streaming, I need to look good, and I think I wear my poker clothes more than anything else nowadays. So got the Team Grinders kit on, yeah, representing Team Grinders, and WesBlom OG orange cap, trucker cap. So yeah, it's just decided let's look good for the stream. I think this one we can open the button, King 8 suited on the button, decent amount of equity. Yeah, Sicker just applying pressure. Second and chips, just putting the baby in from the big blind, denying all my equity here. Not good enough to flip with. We're going to let this one go. I'm going to give Sika a bit of a needle here at the table. We played a lot together. Day 2 and day 3 of the Mega Million in Cape Town. And he got cooled by Golf 9, aka Mr. Free. Aces, well, kings into aces, and exited out the tournament. So I'm going to send a little needle here. Queen 8 suited in the hijack, 2.25 big blind open. Blind levels have gone up, have they? Yeah, well, we got jammed on with the King 8 of hearts. Martin coming through, yeah. Buddy, you know the stream's looking good. You and I spent the whole day piecing the studio together so that it looks the way it does. Shout out to Martin de Kock, aka Neckies, for all the hard work that he helped me put in for the studio today. Let me know what you guys think. A lot of people have come in on the comments saying studio looks sick, and yeah, we obviously going to look to make it better day by day and tournament by tournament. Yellowfish with the sixes. Set of sixes, taking it down. Card distribution really hasn't been in our favor. Yaku, who are you referring to for that you played a lot with in the main event? Price of poker has just gone up, ladies and gents. We are at 3,000, 6,000, which has dropped my... We're going to let this one go. Under the gun, 12 big blinds. What do you guys think about the fold under the gun with 12 big blinds with pocket sixes? Let's hear it in the chat. If I was a little bit deeper, yeah, I think I could, it could be a playable hand. But yeah, of 12 bigs, it's also jam or try and take it down. But yeah, we've still got chips, we can still play. Big pot going the way of Maguire, 76. Rob Cully coming through on the chat saying his mom thinks I am very handsome. I know, Mrs. Blom thinks the same. But to be fair, I wouldn't want you as a stepson, Robbie. Come on, boy, better than that. Mr. Feast opening half pot. We've got ace 8-0. We could flat out of position here. Playing with our cards very face up. It's going to leave us with just over 10 bigs. We need to find a spot here, guys. It is a bit of a loose call. We flop a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. Gut shots are not real draws in my eyes, but yeah. Let's see if we can get a check flop here. Not really favoring Mr. Feast's range. That card definitely hits his range hard. Out of the small blind, typically most players are playing ace high or your small pairs or your Broadway combos. Yeah, as a good card for Mr. Feast to bluff on. It does connect well with his range. It does bring two flush draw opportunities to the board. I'm going to get out the way. we're going to be on the button next and see if we get a hand that we can try and get through here. Yep. Ace-10-0 on the button. Let's see what we're dealing with in terms of the action behind us. Come on. Kato on 14 bigs. Opens to 3. We are going to go for it, ladies and gents. Chat. Come on. Good luck, us. We're going to stick it in. Yeah, we get it through. Let's go, baby. Come on, let's go. Back up to 15 bigs and a dream. We're still rounding out the bottom of the leaderboard from a stack perspective, but we still have chips. We still can play. If we're going to 3-bet here, it's going to be for a smaller sizing based on our stack depth, and what is going to leave us almost a 1 SPR on the flop, which means we're going to run a bit of variance. I'm going to get out of here. Not looking to play for all the marbles just yet. Ace-10-0 again. Thanks for the clarification there, Yaku. Our current chip leader is who he is referring to. Really good player. Can we get another one through from Kato here? This opening on 3 big blinds off such a short stack. I think he's a bit more solid with a range perspective here. We're going to step away from this hand. There is still quite a bit of traffic with 2 big stacks to my left, and well, all the stacks covering me there. So not really a position to be jamming, my opinion. Yeah, Greg agreeing with me on the chat here. The pocket sixes is definitely a fold under the gun. If we were in the rebar period, different story. Yeah, I think Kato being exploited here, opening 3 big blinds off his stack depth and having to fold to previous hand or the hand before that. To my jam and then to Dominica on the 3-bet. Rob saying on the chat, folding up to jacks under the gun. Rob, I have never known you to be that tight, buddy. Yeah, let's hear it from the chat. What's your range look like from under the gun? What are you opening and what are you putting in the bin from a pocket pair perspective? And then, yeah, let's hear it. Off a, let's call it 15 big blind stack, what is your opening range, UTG? I know Yaku's going to come through on the chat and say, Ace Jack O, fold under the gun. And And yeah, we find ourselves in the spot that we're actually talking about now. So, not that you guys are helping me, but yeah, I just don't think you rather want to be opening like a ace-5, ace-4 suited maybe, and then looking at ace-jack suited and up. And then under the gun, we can go down, depending on stack size, but off 15 bigs, I would say pocket 8s, pocket 9s. Not sure if Max is tuned in. Max Devison is tuned in on the stream. Max, love to hear your thoughts on this. I know he was currently buying and drinking a nice big glass of wine in the late reg, so just waiting for the stream to catch up on the delay so I can hear what your guys' opening ranges are. Off a 15 big blind stack. Woo. Yep, it's been a long day, grinding it out in the studio, getting that setup done so that we could deliver the stream as professionally as possible. So yeah, just excuse the yawn there. Also have a little 7-month-old baby that had me up just after 5 a.m. I think Kato's going to stick it in. I think we got to go with this one, guys. Good luck, us. Let's hold. Ah, he finds a queen. Unlucky, unlucky. Was the right play, just the wrong outcome there. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Are you making the call there for, I think, effectively 4 big blinds? Small blind jamming into us. Knowing the player that I've played a lot with, yeah. I'm going to fold this one out, be on the button next hand, and see if we can find a better spot in a few more rotations. Would have flopped top, but yeah, jack kicker only. Turn brings in the flush draw. Did we have a blocker? No, no blocker on the flush. Max pressure being put on by the big blind. Right, guys, we have hit the danger zone. 4 big blinds and a dream. Not the ideal situation we want to find ourselves in. Kato getting lucky and sucking out on us and finding the queen on the turn. 2 hands before. I honestly feel calling the jam, the A6 there. I know we're running a lot of variance, and I honestly haven't been flipping well. So getting some love from Max Devison on WhatsApp. He's got his game up and running, and he's got the stream side by side. Shout out to Max Devison. Let's go, baby. Right, just having a look at what's happening in the tournament. 63 players. We are sitting 63rd with our stack of, ouch. Ace is getting cracked by Sika. 10-9 of diamonds. 4 big blinds and a dream for us. Katie coming through on the chat. What's up, brother? Thanks for watching and tuning in. Unfortunately, we are handcuffed here, so going to be really tight or really tough for us to we got to find a double here. Payout structure, 28 places being paid with a min cash of 4,176 Rand going to 28th place. 29th getting nothing. Stone cold bubbles. Question coming through from Watched. If I had to have it a guess, don't know those exact details. I can maybe find that out and share that information on tomorrow's stream. Package value is probably going to be anywhere between 160 to 200K. I know when I won my package to Vegas, that was valued at just under 180K. But it is the most insane trip you're ever going to have. Poker experience of note, traveling with the guys from Team Pokerbet, absolutely know how to bring the hiss. I went through a really, really tough time while playing in Vegas, and Ryan Brow, who I now call Papi, shout out to Ryan, took me under his wing and yeah, got me through some really mentally tough days at the table. So really, really awesome to travel with these guys who have traveled the world playing poker. Darren Kramer, Ryan Brower, Sean Bloom, and just they entertain, and it is absolutely a must. So if you have the bankroll and you can play all 6 events, go for it, baby. Aussie Millions, I believe, is going to be absolutely insane, and it's back on the circuit. Hasn't been around for quite a while. Well, since the time I've been playing poker, I think it was back in 2016 that was the last one, so maybe almost 10 years. So I expect the fields to be insanely large. Playing large fields like not what we used to here in South Africa from a live poker perspective, absolutely mind-blowing. I played a flight. My first event I played was the Colossus. 12,000 entries into that flight day 1A. So yeah, it's just if you have the opportunity and able to even buy your package with the Pokerbet guys, they do offer the packages for sale. Absolutely something that I would highly recommend. Don't think we're going to find a result or cash in this one unless we start getting some action. But yeah, we'll do my utmost, and hopefully they run some satellites early in the year and try and get onto Team Pokerbet and head over to the Aussie Millions. We're on a quick break here. Is it even worth going for the toilet break? Because we're going to be sticking it in soon, baby. Yeah, thanks for the support coming there, guys. Yeah, very unlucky with the A6 against the Queen Deuce. It is what it is. Yeah, guys, coming through with my question. Players are folding from nines down from a pairs under the gun. 15 big blinds effective. So having a look at what's on the lineup for tomorrow, it looks like it's the high roller. 4th of December, that's a 16,500 Rand buy-in, 500,000 Rand guaranteed. It is a re-entry tournament, so not a rebuy tournament. And there will be no add-ons. Let me just double check that. No rebuys, no add-ons, and 16,500 Rand gets you in. Definitely something that I'm looking to try and jump into. We will see if we can spin a satellite. Played the satellite last night. Didn't manage to get a result there. Let's have a look, see. I don't think there might be some satellites tomorrow. Let's have a look. Four seats into the high roller, kicking off at 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be jumping into that. Trying to get my way into the high roller. So, yeah. Yaku coming through on the chat saying Max also a top contender to take this tournament down. He is currently sitting chip leader. So, yeah, definitely setting himself up for a potential win here. Obviously, he needs to run good and hold up in certain spots. Let's have a look at the top 10 in chips while we wait to get Dalton here. Pot Ripper, sitting chip leader. Frosted King, Sicker 1 and 3rd. Rocky Raccoon, aka Jed, sitting in 4th. Sev the Nuts in 5th. Stacking for Breads, sitting in 6th. OESF Demon, sitting in 7th. Troy Bolton, the Young Gun, sitting in 8th. Bad Chat in 9th. And Vaxpoond rounding out the top 10 in chips. 389,000 in chips. Chip leader currently Pot Ripper, 583,000 chips. Must be nice. Must be nice. We are still right at the bottom, ladies and gents. 60 out of 60. Ace 4-0 with a lot of traffic and all the big stacks. Ten 4-0 under the gun, no good. We're going to be in the big blind next. Thank goodness there is no big blind ante. So we will drop down to 2.2 big blinds, with the big blind being put in the middle when we are big blind next. Let's see if we can find a hand. Button ripping for 27 big blinds effective. Jack 10-0 versus Ace Jack. Yep. Run variance, you're going to run into it. Unlucky to the player with Ace Jack. Wow, wow. And in a turn of events, with the player busting that would be on the button, we get to skip the big blind. I think I'm running good, guys. I think I'm running good. So that saved us a whole big blind. We're going to go for it here. GG. Good luck us. Let's go, baby. Come on, let's hold. Yes, we hold. We double. Let's go, baby. Come on. Pocket eights on the button. This one is going in the middle if it's folded around to us. Good luck us. Let's go. Snowman into the middle. Ooh, we misclick. We raised two bigs. Not ideal. Got way too excited there and misclicked. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Big whoopsie here. Big whoopsie. I think we got to go for it. If I jammed, he was calling anyway. So net results. We busto. We busto. GG. Yeah, I think we jammed the 7 bigs. Sicker still calls with the ace 3 of diamonds there. Same result. Yep. It wasn't meant to be, but at least we got to stream live for you guys. So I'm going to hang around for another 5 minutes. Let me know what you think. I should have made the fold there with the 8s. Could just be bottom pair. Yeah. Look, oh, this flop would have been great for us, but we would be running against the diamonds. But yeah. Neil Barrett coming in on the chat asking me who I think the top 5 players in the country are. Tournament. Wow. To be... This is purely my opinion. Purely my personal opinion. Muaz Ghani, top tournament player. Max Deverson, obviously up there as a top crusher. Let's not take it away from Golf 9. When he has it, he can run deep. Yeah, so I would put him probably in the top 10. So let's go with, we have Muaz, Max. Darren Kramer had some exceptional form coming into Cape Town. Won everything that he played. Unfortunately, couldn't find the results in the main. DK definitely up there. Geez, Neil, you've put me on the spot here. That I would put is in my top 3. Jared Solomon's always a top contender. He's just not playing a lot of tournament poker at the moment. Who else? Remember Johnny, also top contender in there. Gio definitely needs to be considered in the top 5. Look, I think if we don't necessarily stick it to just the top 5, if we look at tournament poker in South Africa in general, it is most definitely alive and well. At the end of the day, it comes down to you can be the best player in the room, but still not find the results. So, yeah, to say a guaranteed top 5 based on GPR points or Hindermob points, that's also maybe not always a true reflection. But it's around the guys that have got form and that are performing at that present time and that are running good. That top 5 can shape shift at any point in time. Marco can come into the picture. Clarkson could come into the picture. Yeah, so it just depends on the stage at which they are in their run good or if they're in their downswing. So, yeah. Yeah, we busted out 56th out of 213. Unlucky Yaku. I am also going to wrap it up from here. Can maybe get some decent sleep in. And yeah. Guys, thank you again. Huge shout out to Pokerbet for allowing me to stream this. And we are back at the tables tomorrow. I'm gonna do the high roller satellite. Try and spin up a seat for that. Or we are digging into our pockets to buy into that. Yeah, so event 2 will be the high roller. Yeah, that's tomorrow is the high roller, and then on the 5th of December we have the Six Max Championship. On that is Friday. Saturday we have the freeze out alongside the mini main, and then Sunday wrapping up the summer series, South African online poker series, the main event. 1.25 million rand guaranteed. Yeah, I think the pocket 8's hand, if I jam the button with Sicker Stack, he is going to call. It is unfortunate. And so is tournament poker. So we didn't find the results. But I want to thank everybody that's tuned in to watch the live stream. Much appreciated. A lot of love. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. And as always, let's go, baby!